Kim Swift is an American video game designer who is best known for her games Portal and Left 4 Dead. She developed these games at a company called Valve, which is an American video game developer and digital distribution company. She is now seeing as a creative director at Airtight Games, where she manages a 16-member game team working on Quantum Conundrum, a puzzle game where players switch between 5 different dimensions to solve various challenges. Swift and a group of her fellow graduates from DigiPen developed Narbacular Drop, a Portal-based game. The game was later brought to attention of Valve and the company's co-founder and president, Gabe Newell, personally offering to hire them so that they could create the critically acclaimed game, Portal. Swift became the leader of the Portal team as well as level designer. She was credited along with writer Eric Walpaugh in Portal's Game Developers' Choice Awards for design, innovation, and Game of the Year. Swift has been a key part of many other Valve projects, most notably Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. In 2009, Swift left Valve to join Airtight Games. In cooperation with Square Enix, led the team that developed Quantum Conundrum. Swift has also been hired by many other companies like Amazon and Electric Arts. Amazon announced in 2014 that they had brought Swift in to help build games in their internal studio. Swift described her role as a senior designer for as yet undisclosed projects. In January 2017, Electronic Arts announced they had hired Swift as a design director within their Motive Studios, who are currently working on Star Wars Battlefront 2. Hypatia, often called Hypatia of Alexandria, was a Greek philosopher and mathematician that lived in Alexandria, or modern-day Egypt. She is considered to be the first female to make a substantial contribution to the development of mathematics. She was the daughter of mathematician and philosopher Theon of Alexandria. She followed her father's footsteps, and it is certain she learned all the secrets of mathematics from her father. It's quite surreal that she became head of the Platonist school at Alexandria during 400 AD. There she taught maths, but mostly ended up teaching Neoplatonism. She based her teachings on the teachings of Plotinus and Iamblichus. She apparently was extremely good and was said to be a charismatic teacher. Hypatia symbolized learning and science, which the early Christians considered as paganism. However, what is odd is that many of her pupils were Christian, including Synesius of Cyrene, who was later the bishop of Ptolemais. The letter that she sent to Hypatia were from admiration and reverence for Hypatia's learning abilities. In 412, a bitter conflict broke out in Alexandria between Cyril, who became the patriarch of Alexandria, and the Roman prefect Orestes. The church and the state ended up fighting against each other, and Hypatia found herself in the middle of it all, as she was close friends with Orestes, and many Christians saw her as a pagan. She became the focal point of riots between Christians and non-Christians. Just a few years later, according to one report, Hypatia was brutally murdered by the Nitrian monks, who were a fanatical sect of Christians who were avid supporters of Cyril. Yet another account by Socrates states she was killed by an Alexandrian mob.
Stephanie Louise Kwolek was an organic chemist. She invented the widely known Kevlar in 1965. Kevlar is a very strong plastic. It was first used as a replacement for steel reinforcing strips in race car tires. It is now used for items that require high strength without high weight. Kwolek was born in 1923 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the US. Her father died when she was 10 years old. His interest in natural science passed on to his daughter. At 23, Kwolek graduated from Margaret Morrison Carnegie College from Carnegie Mellon University with a degree in chemistry. She was recruited as chemist in DuPont Chemicals in Buffalo, NY. 4 years later, she moved to Wilmington, Delaware, where she spent her time with DuPont. 9 years later of research, Kwolek made her amazing discovery of Kevlar. Her road to discovering the plastic began a year prior when she was looking for lightweight plastic to be used in car tires. The idea behind it was that lighter tires would allow vehicles to enjoy a better fuel economy. Kevlar was not only used in tires, its properties were well suited for protective clothing like bulletproof vests. Kwolek said, "I don't think there's anything like saving someone's life to bring you satisfaction and happiness." Kwolek passed away on June 18, 2014, aged 90.
May Carol Jemison was born on 17th of October 1956 and is an American engineer, physician, and a retired NASA astronaut. She was the first African-American woman to travel to space. She served in the Peace Corps, a volunteer program run by the US government from 1985 until 1987. Then she was selected by NASA to join the astronaut corps. Her inspiration to join NASA was Sally Ride, the first woman in space. Her involvement with NASA was delayed because of the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. Jemison flew her only mission on September the 12th, to the 20th as mission specialist on STS-47. She logged 190 hours, 30 minutes and 23 seconds in space. Jemison resigned from NASA in 1993 in March. She has appeared on several TV shows, including Star Trek, with American actress Nichelle Nichols, who was also one of her inspirations. She also holds 9 honorary doctorates, including a doctorate for science and engineering.